Hello my lovely urbanites, coming to you today from the balcony where it's rainy in Sydney today, and we're going to do a wrap with me, pack with me, send with me, and it's Bren at Urban City Sells to show you the canopy. Some tropical trees and the beautiful jacaranda. The label's ready to go, and we just need to make sure it's protected nicely to get it sent out. So you've seen before, we can do some butcher wrap for the paper wrapping, and then we get it sent out to our buyer. So you like to see me cut it up. It's a rainy Sunday here in Sydney, and a nice relaxing weekend. Sales are often maybe slower on weekends, maybe they're quicker for some people, but at times busy during the week and it's kind of relaxed at the weekend. But a lot of people still like to shop online currently, but with everything opening back up and bricks and mortar shops full on back, it has shown a bit of a roller coaster for online sales. But each and every, as a seller, and I'm sure everybody in the community and all my lovely poshers and fellow PFFs know, when you get a little boost in sales and people are able to pick up some items or 3 items in a bundle, they get a discount, and it's a really nice feeling to be able to get that shipped out to them. Now, did I make another little boo-boo by not cutting enough here? It's the small things like that which you have to perfect. So this can be used for something a little different, so as not to waste, because we're all about hashtag sustainability and recycling and rescuing all the items from the landfill and from being thrown essentially in the bin. And that includes garments, women's, men's, kids, books, entertainment, which is media, and more. What do everybody think of the new category in Poshmark, which is tech goods? So watches and handheld devices and games and smartwatches. It's a really nice new category, and it's going to open up for people to be able to sell some good tech goods, especially coming up to Christmas 2021. Everybody knows that this year has been, the last 2 years, 2020 and 21, has been a little bit tough, so people can enjoy Christmas this year with family and get back together, and maybe probably even people will get the nicest gifts this year because nobody has seen it, family and friends in ages. So, and all the youngsters and kids and teens will get extra spoiled this year. So now, with this, I'm gonna get focused and get the job done. And a big shout out to my fellow YouTubers, Just Swifty and Lottie and Tom, and Scatty Catty, which is Thrifty Catty, our friend over there on Poshmark, and all the other YouTubers who are making great content. What got me inspired originally was the Gold Coast Aussie Flipper, so it would be remiss not to mention Matty over there on the Aussie Flipper, and some great YouTube content coming out of the States as well. America, California, we got the Commonwealth Picker in Virginia. What's the name of the valley near San Francisco? It is Silicon Valley. I could not think of it because there's a few valleys there. So boom cack, like Jeffree Star's makeup artist. And getting the little curve on the books. And this is a prepaid shipping label, so the buyer is able to either accept full price or go in when I send out offer, and they can get 10-15% off. And this particular one is via good old eBay. So you'll mostly hear me talking about Poshmark sales, and which I'm going to show you in a moment. But every now and again, as I said, I like to do the media, and recently some old VHS tapes. We had some of the Second World War ones, and Michael Palin traveling Ireland through the trains. There's loads of different variant. They're over there. I'm like, where's my VHS? So I'm branching out into different categories to make sure to find my feet. But I focus mostly on, as you can see here, my lovely clothing rack. So garments are my number one focus. and you're trying to whittle down each that you pick up, some at thrifts, consignment, often curbside pickup if there is, neighbours getting rid of some things. You have to be resourceful and thrifty. So this is helping me grow my small business and give people a great offer when they're able to purchase at Urban City Sells. And I just want to shout out all my social media on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. It's similar. I must set up a Snapchat on Urban City Sells. I have a personal one, but it's and of course Instagram, YouTube, Poshmark, and eBay is all Urban City Sells. URBANCITYSELLS. Urban City Sells. So thanks guys for always watching in, and if you can click the little like button, give the bell notification a click, that will make sure you get the updated videos. So for everybody watching in Europe, Ireland, here in Australia, fans and family in London, you name it. So we got the reaches all across the world, even some people probably watching in from the States. So you start to grow your community and your fellow YouTubers as well, and it can all link back to your lovely small business at Urban City Sells, on Poshmark and things like that. So this is item number 1, and it's going in. I want to shout out my lovely friend up at Gold Coast again, SunshinePackagingCo. So that's Bren and family up there, and they're selling these beautiful mailers. They're fully compostable. You obviously take off the strip and that goes in the bin, but the plastics they come in and things like that can be fully recycled. But the mailers are so cool. We got tropical. There's another one there for the next item. Rainbows. My favorite is the star and the monstera leaf. So wait and you see how easy it is to drop it in. And the buyer who receives this package is going to be a lot more excited than just a plain old black one. So I'm going to link Sunshine Packaging Co. in the link, and of course they have great sales at the moment with Black Friday coming up. Speaking of sales, my closet currently has 20% off 3+ items. So when you get 3 items together, it becomes an automatic bundle. And Poshmark encourages people to shop the whole experience and get a great bundle. So that means there'll only be 1 shipping. And if they're nice higher end items, I might even offer free shipping. And the main thing is you'll get 20% off. So that's till the end of the year, and in the new year we'll be able to come up with new deals and great structures for the closet at Urban City Sells on Poshmark.com.au Australia. So off with the sticky. These are new shipping mailers, and this one is the tropical one with surfboards and palm trees. I was about to say tropical trees. And even still with this hangover, we can double up. And look at the excitement of getting this in the door. And when they open up, it's a designer Marie Claire, so real Parisian fashion and a lifestyle and healthy eating book. So I may as well stay with you while I put on the label, because sometimes we're able to get the next wrapping me, packing me, sending me shipping item ready to go. So bear with. Here we go. And this one is off to WA. I mentioned before where you can get the name of the state is in black, so you instantly get to see which state is going to. Be it Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, New South Wales, Jervis Bay, ACT. We got Queensland and the NT all up in here. Beautiful, beautiful Australia. My home now since 2019. And the excitement sending it off all around the country is always, my Gilly and Gertrude. So that's me. I'm a bit of a Google Maps and a travel nerd anyway, so you know I loved continental Australasia. So where's everybody watching in from? Drop a little comment down below to let me know how your business is going and what's moving on Poshmark. And as I mentioned, little books and media, DVDs and VHS on eBay. Because you have to bring in, it's known, I've often heard it described as, and to be able to round out your business and to be an entrepreneur, you have to have additional auxiliary income streams coming through. So just like an Uber driver, they might also ride with Ola or Didi, so you can't necessarily just stick with the one. But you always have your main focus, and for most of us in the Poshmark community, is Poshmark.com.au. and then other people are on Etsy and Shopify, which I've yet to get into. Potentially in the future. Now I'm debating if I want the big sellotape for this or individual small. And it's always, again, I've said previously that the shipping and packing equipment is all to the side, so it's always nice to have it nearby. So this one, I think, because it is a really cool tropical vibe bag, we can get it out. And again, the new mailers, which are all Australian made, 100% compostable. And now I recently seen the reel on their Instagram account. Sorry if the table is shaking. Where they were able to do water resistant. So even a jug of water being poured on top, and the product inside stays safe. So this is the Marie Claire book, item number 1. I'm back in a moment. Hey everybody, back again, and you can see I've got 2 big items, both with fragile stickers, so you know, and handled with care, so you know that they are really cool items, and they sold both on Poshmark to a lovely return customer, which tells me that they like shopping in my closet at Urban City Sells. So I'm going to show you now on the iPad. Let me get a quick, yay, because it's nice to have a YouTube thumbnail. Thanks guys. And this one is a big lamp, so it's an Art Deco vintage lamp, and it's a sea line, so anything animal or animal spirit is really nice. You can see it's a sea line lamp, and the video shows you it's like real 1920s onwards, and it's a black sea line, so really nice find. And it's going out to a lovely customer and buyer down in Southwest. So, and then the second one from that, I showed you the box, is a antique Roman jug. So it's a really nice antique piece, and obviously it has some weathering, but it's a pouring jug that could be used for display, interior design, of course if you're a keen gardener. But it's the vintage, and you can see the video gives you a good feel of what it's like. So that's 2 lovely items, and I must remember, look at the cam, going out to our buyer, and really happy about that. So next up I have for you, it's right here, and it's a really colourful, and it's called Equus shirt, size 12, and it's botanical, floral, pink and yellow blouse. Obviously women's shirt, size 12, and it's a casual button up. And this one again is gone off to my lovely buyer, and this one is off to Victoria. So we always like to tell you which state they're going, because I'm based here in the Sydney area, Kirribilli, North Sydney, just by the bridge, by the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge, as everybody knows. Big old city is Sydney, up to 6 million people. So here we go, off. It's laundered and steamed, so not a bad idea to because my clothing items, you can see I like to hang, obviously once they're washed, laundered, Febrezed and aired and things like that, you like to then get prepared so you can do some listings. So staying productive is really paramount during these times and leading up to Christmas. If you have new with tags, it's a good idea to get them listed first. And now that Poshmark has rounded out, we have men's, women's, kids, homeware. There's electronics, and full and boutique, plus size, and the other one is pets. So really across the board you have so much to work with. But a lot of the successful eBay stores and YouTubers kind of always say, don't get too overwhelmed by the amount of choices, or trying to sell in every single category. So mostly clothes, and as I showed you, some lamps and vintage, things like that, and sometimes runners. So all in all, I'm sticking to a couple of categories, but it's nice to put the feelers out there for new items occasionally. So bear with me as I show you. It's a little behind the scenes tip. Always nice to give one last little blast after the fact. So this means there's no odors, and it's always nice for the buyer to get pre-loved, pre-owned, sometimes new with tags, and they're fashion items that they can be conscious of, that they picked up and they saved a lot of money, and they're also saving the planet from fast fashion. So for the next generations, at least there will be Pachamama and an eco system. So over here we have my lovely crepe wrap. So for things like shirts, nice blouses, jumpsuits, and often the items which sell in that category, I like to use this. Whereas things like runners and that can go in boxes, handbags, boxes, and of course, as I showed you, the butcher wrap for the books. So bear with me while I do this. And I have my pre-purchase label ready to go as well. So how's everybody's weekend? Today I'm doing videos Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays, and it's again happening when I have a nice few sales that I can go through, and there's no set in stone time schedule until I can build up a business where maybe as a young entrepreneur have consistent sales. But right now it's all happening beautifully, organically, and from the ground up, grassroots, urban city sales, urbanites. So like so. You don't want to overfold it, so make sure that she's able to go in the package. Yeah, that's a bit better, see? Oh, it's a nice experience when you see the floral print come true. Come true, mama! Yes, to quote the American greats. So for all my PFFs, the Poshmark Community friends, Posh Friends Forever, did you enjoy the Christmas end of year party? We did drag bingo and we made cocktails, a virtual cocktail session. This was my first time doing that. And we made margaritas with lime, Cointreau, tequila. I did it in my previous video, which I might link. I'll be able to put the card for the unboxing, the Christmas party experience. And it was really fantastic. And everybody, there was prizes for best dressed. And I was able to be lucky to win an award for the best branding. So up and coming, everybody's getting to see Urban City Sells across all the platforms. So what a nice accolade to receive during a very busy Zoom Christmas party. Granted, it was virtual. Everybody's looking forward now to getting back to in person. There's no denying that. So you get to kind of hang out with me while I do the wrap with me, pack with me, send with me. And I get these over to the newsagent or pharmacies, which take in all the lovely pickup purchases. Now, this is the Rainbow. Over the Rainbow is the name of this particular branded one on SunshinePackagingCo. And you can check out their Instagram. And as I mentioned, there's really good sales, and when you bundle, you get free shipping if you buy 4 packs or more, and just fantastic customer service. And I actually was able to pick up 4 packs. I chose my favorite stars, rainbows, 2 of the big leaf ones, which you've seen previously as well in some of my boomerangs and Instagram stories. So I'm of the generation millennial, so I'm somewhat tech savvy, and we grew up with the first generation to really burst through in the noughties, the turn of the millennium with the phones and the tech. So I'm not going to pretend I'm an absolute genius at it all, but I have made some great content and Instagram stories and stuff like that. So it's about utilizing all your tools. Now with this particular item, what's that I'm seeing in the background here? I want to make sure there's no overhang. There we go. So with this particular item, I'm always nice to put in a little note or a card. I don't have thank you stickers at the moment, but I like to do a handwritten note. Eventually I can get thank you stickers, which I do have, and these will be utilized. So I'm going to show you them in a moment. Hey guys, back again. Obviously wanted to make sure I have my lovely thank you card for our buyer who's able to pick up that floral botanical top. So coming up to Christmas as well, it's nice to be able to put in small gifts, and I'm able to put in a sheet of Christmas stickers as well as a nice thank you. So you'll be able to see a lovely thank you card and extra little goodies and gifts, which makes the whole experience a better experience for the buyer. And obviously they'll enjoy the experience and then be able to keep an eye coming up to Christmas and into the new year what's available over at Urban City Sells. So we always like to make sure the buyer is happy, and they might even be able to come back and pick up additional items for themselves or family and friends or spouses and children. So that's where it's a good idea to have your closet well rounded and have at least some categories which people can choose from. So really happy with this. I'll be able to do a boomerang as well and a nice Instagram story for the Sunshine Packaging Co. using my first few mailers. And as I mentioned, I got a Black Friday discount, 20% off, which is fantastic, and I was able to pick up 4 bags of 100, so I'll have really fantastic going into 2022, lots of mailers, and have me covered for sending out all the items. So, and as I mentioned, this particular purchase is as I'm making sure I'm looking at the camera as well, is going off to the lovely buyer down in Victoria. It's almost like sacrilege to post over because you don't want to take away from the lovely graphic. So, but the main thing is make sure it's nice and secure. Now, do I feel a sneeze coming up with this big bright light? God bless me and save me. As you know, people are almost fearful of sneezes during the awful corona times. Well, that's just a sneeze. We're all human after all, aren't we? How's everybody's well-being and positive mental health? All good as well? Because I am an advocate for speaking out and always here for an ear if anybody wants to reach out as well, and be a good friend to all those in the lovely reselling community. Delighted with that. So that's that item now, ready to go. And we don't want to ever hear of the horror story with the shipping label going missing. It's like, you make a little sticky tape mix up, so no harm in getting a fresh one. There we go. Sometimes it catches and you can still make sure that it's neat and tidy and secure. That could be a good brand, you know, neat, tidy, secure, if you're selling items for shipping. Trademarked by hashtag Urban City Sells. I always like to make sure my lovely brand is getting a bit of exposure as well. So there you go, we have now our brand new packaging from Sunshine Packaging Co. And they are going out all around the country. So Victoria, we got WA, and can't wait till the buyers receive these and brighten up their day. And because of that, they might then be, as I mentioned, a return buyer and also leave you good reviews and then give you 5 stars on Poshmark.com.au, the Poshmark app Australia. And now, item the last but not least, as they say, is this lovely Laura Jones. It's crossbody available, but it's mostly an evening bag that can be shortened. A lovely woman's handbag. It's the, again, Art Deco and print, so it's almost geometrical. It has silver hardware with the lovely branding here. You can see, make sure it stays in focus and gets in the good light. That's Laura. How about my screen grab for that one? And it's multi-compartmental and it's kind of hexagonal shaped, so you can see it has storage at the back, magnetic clasp closure, to give you a little bit of a rundown, because you know I'm aware of the fashion. I love it, and as I mentioned, I grew up with all my lovely cousins and my sisters and my aunts, so it's not as if I'm mute to female fashion either. So, and I worked in the retail shop. My first clothes shop job when I was 17 was in Wurlitzer. So the music Wurlitzer, the record machine, that's called a Wurlitzer. So there was a play on words and a really cool fashion shop in the small Viking city in Waterford, Ireland. Don't you know, or as we like to say, Waterford. So all in all, we got this ready to go. It's a larger item, so it will have to be securely packed, and for that reason I am actually using a recycled, I want to say, I was about to say upcycled, but recycled fashion shoe box. So for handbags you can use your own bubble wrapping and shoe boxes, and again you're putting an end to stuff being put to the landfill. Now, I have a little wipe here as well for the hardware. You want to make sure there's no stain in or even fingerprints, because you don't necessarily need to be wearing gloves, but for the higher end items or purchases that go out with reflective material, just make sure you give the little wipe down if there's a thumb mark. This was originally maybe $39.40, but over time I realized it's not moving as quick, so we're able to drop it down, and the buyer was able to pick this up for around 25 buckaroonies. So off we go to the lovely buyer, and I have my card as well. So now the next thing is I'm going to make sure it's bubble wrapped and going in the box. Hello, I'm back again. I was making sure that I have the label printed off. It's always a good idea. And your card ready to go. And secure shipping packaging for items that are kind of unique or maybe a bit oversized. So, and as I look to make sure that there's no flaws, no last little moments, I do, and I'll show you, I do spot, because again, pre-loved fashion goods, sometimes they might have a little bit of a thread hanging out, so you just give it a quick lint roll if it's fabric, or in this case with a little bit of threading, it's a perfect, we don't want any overhang. See, 2 little bits there, so. And this is manufacturer, not defaults, but obviously just over time if it's pre-loved, you make sure it's nice and tidy, nice and clean if there's any staining. People do for more expensive looks category, things like all the bags, handbags, you have to have, we'll say, professional treatment on leathers. But more brands, and this is David Jones style, Meyer, things like that, people will know them in Australia, the Westfield brands and things like that. You just make sure that it's nicely presented, secure in its shipping box, and the buyer can have a great experience when they receive it in their destination. So this previously was a shoebox, so it's a really nice, they're going to have a retail experience. And I'm going to also get the cardboard, so this will be a nice securing feature. And again, in with the lovely thank you card, always never forget, and the little extra goodie gifts that they can get from my closet at Urban City Sells. And in with the top secure layer, so you really are getting to see behind the scenes of how the whole shipping process goes. And see, these are more Christmas based, so I could do with a thank you sticker. It would have been nice just to pop right there, but as mentioned, they have a thank you card, a handwritten note, a little extra special gift which will be a surprise. And now for the lid, on with the lid, on she pops. And it's almost like they're going to be getting a pair of shoes. Hey, handbags and shoes are some of the favorite categories for my lovely ladies. Some of the guys too might like them. So I've shown you this before. It's industrial style black wrapping. So on it goes to, again, to protect, even in a hard box or hard cardboard box, you still need that extra layer of shipping protection, so there's no comeback or damaged goods. Wow, look at him really getting to go through it today with you. So everything from an individual book all the way up to shoes and handbags, and as I showed you, interior design features like lamps and vintage antique jugs. Very nice. Beautiful. And on with the label, you'll get to see that process. What's nice is You can buy these as well. I'm going to link the particular brand. I might have done it in the very first video at Officeworks, where you can pick up the 4 square sheets for printer, the traditional printer. So that's HP printers, Canon printers, because a lot of people now are using the Dymo, the industrial style printer label machine. They come in at around $450, but if you look on Facebook Marketplace, you can always get pre-owned ones as well. So again, you're helping individuals move some stuff, and you're picking up a really good product that's, we'll say, not brand new retail. So you're able to save money and get it for $50 to $100 if you are savvy enough. And don't you know, as a small business owner, you need to be bringing down the costs and be savvy enough. Savvy, savvy, savvy. Now, there we go. There is a little bit of looseness, so I might do a sellotape layer here. I say sellotape, I mean good old industrial sticky tape. Bear with me. And you'll see it now. One of them is on the gun, and the second one is but for this particular item, we can do the clear wrap, so you don't necessarily need the brown wrap one, and it keeps everything nice and tidy and secure. And as mentioned, you treat every single item like it's gold. Treat it like your little baby, and when the buyer receives it, they'll see all the tender love and care that went into it, because nobody needs a jinky wrapped box. See, perfect. You don't necessarily need to double or triple. Sometimes I do for more heavier items, but this is an individual leather bag going off to our buyer. In this case, off to Mittagong. So we have New South Wales customers, Victoria customers, all the way to WA in the Perth area. And this is wrap with me, pack with me, send with me, and you've been here with me, my lovely urbanites, Bren at Urban City Sells. So hey, look, the rainy day today continues. I might be out with my umbrella. You'll see a lovely boomerang and some screenshots of me sending out my goodies. So thanks for watching all the way through to the end, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks everybody, love you, bye!